Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Atinike. Thank you so much for returning if you're a returning subscriber, and if this is your first time, welcome. Don't make it your last, please subscribe. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how I created that look, the first one you saw. And first of all, I'm just starting off with the Micellar, what I got from miniso. It's really good. So first of all, I use that to clean her face, to wipe, to make sure that there are no dirt or residue. Secondly, I went in with the Wet n Wild setting spray, and this Cosrx serum. It's a Korean serum and it's really good. I recommend that you guys get it. So I'm just making sure that I put that in. Please be sure that every product you put, you allow it some few minutes or seconds to dry up before applying another one. Then I went in with the Cerave moisturizing cream. So after that, I made sure that it stayed for about 3 minutes to dry out. Then I went in with the TM Essential face primer, and this is the Milani foundation in chestnut. This Milani foundation is really good. It's a drugstore foundation, so it's really affordable for anyone that wants to buy it. I applied this foundation with the makeup brush first, the foundation brush, making sure that everything is spread evenly on the skin. Then as you can see, I'm going in with the beauty sponge to press everything in and make sure that it's all into the skin. You can there's been a lot of communication about whether you use the foundation brush or the beauty puff. You can use either one, but for me, I personally like to use the foundation brush, then use the beauty sponge, because the beauty sponge sucks in a lot of products if you use it initially. Alright, so now I'm going in with the LA concealer in the shade Fawn to highlight our face. That is basically what I'm just doing. I applied a little, like you can see that I didn't apply all over the under eye to avoid like too much product under the eye. So that is what I'm doing. I let it sit in for like 1 minute to make it tacky before I started blending. Otherwise, your beauty sponge will soak in all the products immediately. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to dab in the concealer to make sure that it's evenly spread. As you can see, I'm spreading it all over to the eye, to the brow bone. Yeah. Personally, I like spreading it to the brow bone, to the eye, so it just gives me a good platform to start off with my eyeshadow. So right now, I'm just blending the other side of the eye to make sure that it is evenly spread. And let me tell you, when you're blending concealers or foundation, you don't drag. You like dab in like short strokes, like short, sharp dabbing. That way you don't swipe off the makeup or the foundation, the concealer. You just keep dabbing. Make sure you're using a damp or slightly damp beauty sponge to make sure that once your beauty sponge is too dry or it's too wet, it gives you patches. So yeah, right now I'm setting the under eye with a finishing powder first. This is the Concept powder palette. I'm setting it with a finishing powder first. I don't go in with the setting powder first because it gives this dry feel I don't like. So I use a finishing powder first. That way it gives that place a very smooth, silky base before you can now think of applying your beauty your setting spray is your setting powder. So that is what I'm doing. I'm just applying the the finishing powder first. I also applied it over the eye as well. Personally, as a makeup artist, it gives me this nice, smooth, silky base for me to now apply any other product over it. So I'm just applying it on the eye, to the forehead and the bridge of the nose, the jaw, and the eye, like the brow bone, or where I'm going to place the eyeshadow. So right now I want to contour with the same powder palette to contour the sides of her face. So I'm using the same powder to contour the sides of her face and the sides of her nose, the jawline, to make sure that her face is snatched. This way I'm using the powder shade 2 shades darker than our original shade. Yeah, so basically that's what I did there. And you can use a contour palette if you have. You can also use a darker powder, but powder for me works better. Now I'm going in with the powder blush from Morphe. This one has 12 shades, so I'm just taking the slightly pink one. And as you can see, I'm also using the concept powder to also snatch her nose, from the sides of her nose, the corners of her nose. There are a lot of videos out there on how to snatch nose and all that, but I mean the one that works for this lady is what I'm doing. I'm just snatching the sides of her nose, basically. And make sure that once, whatever you're applying, make sure that everything is completely blended to avoid harsh lines, because at the end of the day, blending is the most important thing about makeup. It is the most important thing about makeup. Yeah. Now I'm going in with a setting powder from Airspun. This setting powder is really also good. It's very, very good. It doesn't give me this harsh. I have a lot of setting powder, but I mean, you know, you have your favorite, you have the ones that you like. Airspun too is also very good. It gives me like this nice matte finish. You can also use a translucent powder if you have. Laura Mercier too is also good if you have that. Yeah, basically that's what I'm doing right now. Now I started off with the eye. I'm now putting a matte eyeshadow, also using the Morphe 350 palette. That is what I'm using to start off with the eyeshadow. Make sure that you take in little quantity, blend out before you take another one. If you mistakenly take a product and it's too much on your powder brush or your eyeshadow brush, dust off first by either tapping on the case of the eyeshadow or the case of the powder. Dust it off first before you apply on the client's face. Because if you take too much powder or too much eyeshadow and you go in direct like that, it might not be easy for you to blend out. So you have to take it little by little so that you can control the portion. Now I'm going in with the Naughty eyeshadow palette from Huda Beauty. I'm using a very dark wine. I think I showed you earlier on. Yeah, dark wine. Blending from the outer corner of the eye first. Darker colors you blend from the outer corner of the eye to actually, it's more like a contour game. You're contouring also the eye before you now start with your the eyeshadow. So that's what I'm doing. I'm snatching the outer part of the eye first, blending it. Make sure as you're putting it, you're blending. As you're adding the eyeshadow, you're blending. Yeah, we had a good time. I had a good time with this particular lady. I mean, we connected, we had a lot of important talks, important talks, like talks that will help you in future and stuff. Yeah, so now I'm going back with the Morphe eyeshadow palette 350. You can see I took a very, very dark brown, to also go back into where I applied the wine eyeshadow from the Huda Beauty. I'm going back with the brown from Morphe 350 palette. This palette is really, really good. You can even see that I've used some of the colors. Going back in with Huda Beauty, taking a slightly orange peachy color, yeah, to apply as the main eyeshadow. Now to apply as the main eyeshadow, you have to keep taking little quantity blend. That way you can be in charge of your game. You can control how the outcome turns out. So now I'm going in with a pigment. I'm going in with a pigment. It's a Nigerian brand. Yeah, Nigerian brands be doing us proud. Yeah, that's the Nigerian brand I used, the pigment, and it's really, really good. Little quantity goes a long way. Yeah, I'm done with the eyeshadow. If you blend out your eyeshadow fast enough, then you'll be able to finish off on time. Now I'm carving our eyebrows. Yeah, for the eyebrow, I'll leave a detailed tutorial on how to carve your eyebrows from scratch. Yeah, because you might not see it well from here. So a detailed tutorial will be put up on how to achieve a nice snatched brow. It's a separate tutorial on its own. Yeah, so I'm going in with the Davis pencil. I'm sure a lot of Africans know this one. It's a very, very affordable pencil, but it goes a long way, like it does the magic. Yeah, you can also have lots of other options of pencil. You can use a brow gel, a pencil. I personally, for this makeup, I used the pencil, slightly shade in short strokes in. I'll leave a detailed tutorial on how to achieve this and how to trim your brows with a razor blade. I'll also attach the link in this video because I did not show you guys very well from the beginning. So I'll leave a link up there on how to carefully trim your brows with a razor blade. Now for this finishing powder, overall finishing powder, I'm going in with the Notes in shade 206 to apply on the entire face. Take in small quantity, blend out, take in small quantity, blend out. That way you can be in charge of your game. You'll be able to control the quantity. So now I'm applying the same highlighter I used for her, the same concealer, Fawn in LA Girl Fawn. Yeah, that's the shade. The shade is Fawn. I'm using it to highlight the under eye. So I'll tell you something, guys. If you snatch your brows properly from the start, you really don't need to conceal the beginning. Do I conceal the beginning sometimes? Yes, when I'm not doing the foundation first process. When I'm doing the brow, there's the foundation first and then there's the brow first. So whenever I'm doing the brow first, like I'm working on the brow first without the foundation, that way I can do whatever I want with it. I can conceal it up, I can conceal it down. But for foundation first, you have to be very careful. So you make sure that your brows is really snatched, so you don't have to highlight the top of the brow. In this video, you can see that I'm just applying a concealer on the under eye, the brow bone. That is the only place I applied concealer to highlight her brows, basically, so as to avoid messy work, to avoid you messing up the entire foundation. All right, now I'm going in with the Mabrook liner. This is a very, very good liner if you know how to use it. It's really, really good. Mabrook liner from Mabrook. Yeah, it's really dark. It also comes in a kohl pencil. It's really nice. I'm going in with the BVB Beauty lashes. This is also a Nigerian brand. It's a mink lashes. So that's what I use to fix her lashes. It's a Nigerian brand. Now I'm going with the classic matte lip gloss. It's from Classic Beauty. It's really good, very affordable. This is the shade VIP. That is what I'm using first to highlight the outer corner of her lips, the outline of her lip. Yeah, when outlining your lip, you don't just draw a straight line and think that you're done. You extend the outline in, so it makes it look as if you're putting a full lipstick, but it's not full. You leave like an O section in the middle of the upper lip and the middle of the down lip to put another shade of color to create that ombre feel. So basically that's what I'm doing now. I applied another shade of wine first before applying this pink. So the pink, as you can see, I'm using my hand to blend. You can also use a beauty brush to blend, a lip brush to blend. But sometimes when you're just in the spur of the moment, I just do what works. Sometimes you can use hands, sometimes you can use brush. Just make sure your hands are clean and make sure the client is comfortable with that before you start using your hands. All right, so now I'm just extending the lip, the pink lip. Yeah, I will put more videos on makeup tutorials so that anybody that wants to learn, even from scratch, can learn and gain something. Please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a like, a comment, and please share the video. It will go a long way for me, please. Thank you so much. So right now I'm just perfecting the entire look, and this is what we came up with. If you want to see a detailed tutorial on how I achieved this gele, please leave a comment in the comment section on how I achieved this unconventional gele. It's an African headgear from Nigeria. Yes. So I hope you learned a thing or two. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you for taking out the time to watch. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.